Greetings to another video and greetings to 2020, Happy New Year. Yeah, after a lot of you watched my bikepacking, the festive 500, a lot of you asked me to do like a kit thing, showing you basically what kit I took with me, so this is what this video is. I'll try and keep it short and sweet and just get into what I actually took with me. Equally, I know that there are people that took a lot more than me and people that will take less than me, but this is just what I feel comfortable taking on this length of trip. So, I'll start off by saying that the main things I actually wore, because I want to talk about the things I wore because I didn't really take that much extra, so I just basically wore these leggings, this Rafa like winter tights, little hat, these thin gloves. They're like I'd say they're like my autumn or spring gloves. They're not my thick winter gloves. Right, this is like one of my favourite pieces of winter kit. This is just it's Adidas, actually I thought it was Nike. Adidas base layer. It's not cycling specific, I think it's actually running, but it's like fleecy, but it's got quite a high neck, so I always wear that in winter. And then over that, I didn't actually wear a jersey, I just wore this Suples race cape. But the reason that I really like this is waterproof and it's quite thick, so it's not, what's the word? So it's very warm, basically. So all I actually wore the whole weekend, or the whole 3 days, was just those two things. I didn't have any other jersey with me. It was a bit of a risk, but because it was quite warm, I thought I'd give it a risk. So they're the things I actually wore, and I wore them all for 3 days. A lot of you are going to be like, that's gross. I did rinse the bibs at night, let them dry. But to be fair, most people doing long distance just wear the same stuff. So, also, I wore these beauties. Like, look how gross they are now, they're so dirty. But they're the Shimano, which ones are they? I can't remember which model they are, but basically just like the little winter boots. 2 pairs of socks, they were just perfect. So, actually, let's talk about the stuff that I actually took in my bag. So I'm going to grab my bag off my bike and we'll open it up and see what's in there. So this is the bag. It is an Apidura, I think it's 7 litre this one. So it's not that big, it's not heavy at all. Because I just wanted to pack as light as I could, and I could have even packed lighter, so let's see what's in there. The first thing I took with me was a spare pair of bibs, because I thought if I get the other ones really wet or for whatever reason I come off and like scuff them, I've always got a spare pair. I didn't even use them, but these are just like a backup pair. I probably could have got away with it. I wouldn't take them again. If I did it again, I'd just take 1 pair. So yeah, I didn't need them. Also took a spare pair of socks, because if you get wet feet, which I don't actually get with those, they're really good at keeping your feet dry, but just as an in case. And I actually took them to wear at night. Yeah, took them. This is my outfit for the evening, which was just literally a pair of Nike leggings. Just so comfy, really light to pack. And I equally thought they'd be quite good for whatever reason. If I needed to wear anything extra on the bike, I could always put them on. I took a pair of... My friend Carly gave me these shorts in, about 4 years ago, and they are still going strong, so I took them to sleep in. Oh, I also took a t-shirt, which isn't here, it's still drying, so I've washed everything when I got back. Just a plain black, it was a Strava t-shirt actually. Just a little, you saw it in the video, just a t-shirt just to wear at night. Also, that doubled up on one of the mornings when it was really cold. I put that under my jacket just to try and give me one little bit of extra warmth. And then finally, my thick pair of winter gloves. Yeah, just in case it got very, very cold. And then my toiletries bag is just this. I mean, this is a bit overkill. Grace actually laughed at me. She's like, why the hell have you brought eyelash curlers? The reason that I brought eyelash curlers is probably a bit over the top, but because I don't wear makeup really when I'm riding, if I just like curl my eyelashes, I feel like, I don't know, like I've made a bit of an effort. So yeah, probably a little bit overkill. Sun cream. Sorry, my nose is running. It's pretty chilly. Sun cream. This is just like a factor 50 because in winter you still get the rays, so I always put sun cream on my face. So there's that. A little mini deodorant. That's that. Lip balm, because when it's cold you just... This is actually a really good balm. It's called Wonder Balm. It's vegan. It's 100% natural ingredients. Really good. I also get... The only thing that I ever get pain when I do long rides is there. I get this because my nose runs so much. Like I'm saying now, my bloody nose is running. Like it's just there and it gets really dry and sore, so I just put a little bit of that on at night. So yeah, there's that. Oh, my toothbrush isn't actually in here, but it was in there. Toothbrush, toothpaste, and then chamois cream. I only use this on the first day, but this is a really good chamois cream. It's called Slipstream. This is vegan, organic. I think it's organic, mostly organic. But what I really like about this is it's a tube, so you can share it. And also, it's the use for this is you can actually put it on afterwards. So if you are sore, it's like something that you can put on afterwards to soothe it. I think one of the main ingredients is, the first ingredient is actually aloe vera. So you know that's a big quantity of that, so that's quite soothing if you are sore. That's just like a little backup because you don't want to get sore on a ride. This is the bag that I use on the front of my bike. And the reason that I take this is because it's waterproof and it fits my camera that I'm filming on now. So if it ever chucks it down, I can just quickly chuck it in here. This basically just had food in, so I took some of those oat bars. If you've been following my Instagram, you'll have seen them. So I took some of them. I've got my pump, my repair kit, which isn't in here. But that's basically got a tube, tyre levers, a repair kit, and a spare hanger, just in case anything goes wrong. Little paracetamols, some hydration tablets, which I think are essential on long rides. It took me a very long time to realise this. I used to get like a hangover, and I realised it was because my electrolytes were just not being replaced. I always thought electrolytes were a bit of a salesy kind of, I don't know what the word is, bit of a con. And then when I started doing really long Audaxes, I would literally be in bed the day after feeling terrible. And I'd be like, why? What's wrong with me? And then I realised it's because as soon as I started taking hydration tablets, I was like, oh, that is why, because it's just replacing the electrolyte. So yeah, learnt my lesson with that one. And then finally, an emergency gel. Look how dirty that is. Always have an emergency gel just in case you start to feel like you're gonna bonk, and which I did on the first day. I had to have my emergency gel. That I actually took 2 emergency gels, that's the other one. Oh, the other thing I took were lights. So the lights weren't that good because some of the others were using dynamos. And I really wish I'd taken my dynamo light, which is the exposure, God, I can't think of the name of it. It's basically the only dynamo light they do. It is incredible. When I was riding alongside the guys that had them, I'm like, oh my God. Exposure lights are worth every single penny. They are just the best lights. Just a little thing that happened. When we were riding, one of the guys had one of the exposure, just the battery, like, rechargeable lights. And I thought it was a car, so I was like, it's clear, come round, come through. And I was getting a bit irritated. I was like, why is that bloody car not coming round? And they're like, that's Mark. It's just his light. And I was like, oh, I thought it was a car light because it was just so bright and so good. So yeah. Oh, other thing that I took, first long ride that I've done with this little monkey. Can you see it? Is it focusing? I don't know. Anyway, it's the Wahoo Roam. So Wahoo did send me this out to try, and very impressed with it. The battery life on it, I'm going to do a separate video on this and maybe comparing it to the Garmin Edge 1000 because you know that I've loved that for, 4 years. They're very different and both have got really good features. Both have got a couple of little things that I would change. But yeah, that after a 200k day was still like 30-40% left battery, and I was like, this is amazing. So that was a really good thing to take on a long ride. So yeah, I reckon that's it. I hope that you found that helpful. If there's anything you think that I should have packed that I didn't for future long rides, let me know. And yeah, I hope that's give you a little bit of an insight. And I'll see you next video.